Okay, okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
So we are here for real estate, right? We are here for real estate. So how many chapters do we have in a real estate? 33? 22 chapters, right? 22. So 21. So basically every week we have to cover two chapters. Every week we have to cover two chapters. So this, in estate planning, 11 chapter we have 10 weeks. 11 chapter almost one chapter 1 week. Two chapters for estate planning, for real estate. But some chapters are very lengthy. Some chapter we have to, at least we will not gonna touch those some chapters. Or some chapters, especially agreement of purchase and sale is very important. Agreement of purchase and sale is very important. 10 question always gonna come from agreement of purchase and sale. Okay.
What chapter is that?
46.
The very
So-
first one.
So another time, and every another time is a question. If I'm gonna say important, it means important. Okay. Question was agreement of purchase and sale governed under what act?
Contract.
Huh?
Contract.
Statute of fraud. Another time, this time there was no question, but next time for sure it would be a question.
It was a question this time.
This time?
Yes.
Oh, seriously?
I have a feeling it was too, because I remember seeing the product as one of the answers.
Oh, really? See, witness is right here.
Yeah.
See, I just told you, even no one didn't tell me. Or maybe I forget. See, I just told you, but okay. So agreement of purchase and sale is always governed under the statute of fraud. Do not write is second paragraph. Can you read second paragraph?
The agreement of purchase and sale with respect to real estate agreement is a contract. The agreement brings with it all the obligations, responsibilities, and procedures of contract law. The elements of a binding contract being offer, acceptance, exchange of consideration, and the meeting of the
This one here
minds.
is written here.
Sir, in the last,
Okay, because my book is
Yeah, last one.
yeah.
in the last line.
Consideration and the meeting of the minds must be in writing in order to comply with the statute of frauds. See
Must
signature.
be in writing. Must not be in writing in business law.
In partnership.
In partnership,
Verbal.
verbal, not must be in writing. But joint venture must be in writing.
In writing.
Yes.
Agreement of purchase and sale governed under
Statute of fraud.
statute of fraud. Okay, then jump into, okay. Number one, parties. Okay, can you read parties? Agreement of purchase and sale parties. Issue common to both buyer and seller.
Identification of parties.
Okay, you are a lawyer. Now you are a lawyer. You are a lawyer. Okay, you have to identify if agreement of purchase and sale. No, you are a lawyer. You are a lawyer. Okay, you are a lawyer. Agreement of purchase and sale. Okay, whenever first you have to identify the parties. Who are the parties? Party can be
Seller and buyer.
individual. Party can be corporation. Party can be partnership. Right? So we have to identify. Okay, I'm an individual. Where you gonna stand? If I came here behalf of the corporation, so who gonna make a binding contract? What documents you gonna look at? I'll explain. Okay, read. Okay, so first 1.1.1, first 3 lines, just for your knowledge.
Identification of parties. 2.1.1. Before proceeding with the review and negotiation of the agreement, the lawyer must confirm the identity of each client, whether buyer or seller.
So stop. So these 3 lines are very important. Highlighted 3 lines. This is PR question. This is PR question. Identification and verification. I will let you know later. Then jump into capacity.
Capacity. When the contract is entered into, the buyer and the seller, whether individual, corporation, or partnership, must exist. Natural person must be 18 years old, not.
No, just hold on. When a contract is entered into the buyer and the seller, whether individual, being a lawyer, you have to, okay, individual or corporation or partnership. If I'm an individual, what would you check?
Identity.
Look at the next two lines.
Natural persons.
Natural person. I'm individual, natural person.
Natural persons must be 18 years old, not be incapable, and not be undischarged bankrupts. If a party is incapable or an undischarged bankrupt, for example, the party may not have.
So don't worry about
capacity.
next one. So basically, I have to be 18 years old, not be incapable. Mean it. I have to be capable, not be undischarged bankrupt. You got it? You got it? So there is no. Same thing. To become a director, 4 qualification. 18 years old, sound mind, individual,
And not bankrupt.
not bankrupt. Right? So here, I'm an individual. You are my lawyer. Before we have to check my identity, identification and verification. Identify yourself. My name is Aamer Chaudry. Being a lawyer, ask, identify yourself. My name is Aamer Chaudry. Okay, verification. Show me your ID. Difference is identify yourself. My name is Aamer Chaudry. Verification.
ID.
Driving license or whatever, right? Okay. If corporation, okay, first don't worry about it. Okay, you are a lawyer. Okay, then you have to look at if I came here behalf of the corporation, then what documents you're gonna ask me? I'm a director of the corporation. 100 directors are there. You have to make sure whether this director, whether he has a capacity or you authorize or not. Then read corporation. Corporation, yeah.
A purchase or a sale of a land by corporation must be specifically authorized by resolution of its director.
First step, resolution of is director, board of directors. See, resolution of board of director, simple majority. See, board of director, it means, okay, first.
Or in certain instances by its shareholders. The full legal name of the corporation and
is highlighted, full legal name of the corporation.
And the names and offices of the signing officers must be accurately
That's it. Signing officer, not every officer, signing officer. So, Kamal bhai, you are my lawyer. Okay. I came here on behalf of the corporation. First document you're going to look at, bring resolution of director resolution. To some extent, shareholder resolution, if there was different, right? Full legal name of the corporation, full legal name of the corporation, and signing authority of all who are signing authority. 3 things, that's it. This is sufficient. Okay. Then partnership, sir. Don't worry about it. First, we have to understand me. Korika, first was capacity as an individual. 4 things. 18 years, not be capable, mean capable, not be undischarged bankrupt. 3 things, right? I'm a corporation. Bring
resolution of directors
or
shareholders or signing document to
Name and all of the signing officers.
signing officers must
signing authority. Who are a signing authority?
whoever have been authorized by the company.
Authorized by the company. Everyone is not signing authority. 3 things. Now I'm a partnership. Sir, I'm a partner, but one partner is in my home. I have to buy this. I have to go into agreement of purchase and sale. Can you go?
Yes. So the other partner is binding.
Yes, business law. One partner can bind to the other if he is doing a normal course of business. Can you read partnership?
While the law provides that a general partnership acting in the ordinary course of business requires only one partner to execute a binding contract. In many instances.
That's it. So being a lawyer, you have to let me know. You know what? If you're going to make a signature, tell to all partners they are binding. Being a lawyer, that's your job to let me know. Tell everyone. Everyone. Okay, you are a lawyer. You have to. Okay, no problem. So you can go enter into the agreement, binding agreement. Rest of the partners, tell them you are also binding. Your job is finished. Sir, I have a power of attorney. Do you know power of attorney? There are two kinds of power of attorney. One is power of attorney for property. One is power of attorney for personal care. So power of attorney for property. You know what? He's my brother, sir. He's my brother. He left Canada for 1 year. He's my brother. So he gave me a power of attorney. So can he enter into the contract behalf of my brother?
If you have it.
If I have a power of, what will you see in power of attorney? Authority.
Whether you've been authorized by the person, individual.
A couple of things are important. Can you read? One or two, even one thing is important. Can you read?
Is the power of attorney authentic? Can the grantor signatures be verified? Can the witnesses be located?
This is very important.
And their signatures verified?
Grantor's signature be verified. Grantor's signature be verified. How are you gonna verify grantor's signature?
When the guarantor is not available there, so
the IDs attached to it?
Huh?
I'm just thinking out loud.
Just thinking, I'll let you know later. Grantor, okay, I have a power of attorney. Who grant me my brother? So brother's signature should be verified. You never know, I made my own signature for my brother. You don't know. So you being a power of attorney, that's my job. Maybe call in Skype call or any call where brother grantor has been witnessed. You got it? From Skype or from email or whatever the mode is. The point to be noted, right? That's it. Okay. Third one, leave it everything, right? Okay. Seller of the matrimonial home, don't reward it. Then issue unique to the buyer. Issue unique to the buyer. I'm computer guys, I'm a buyer. I'm a buyer. You are a seller. You are selling, I'm buying. And you are my lawyer. Unique issue to the buyer. One question was, you know what? Okay, ma'am, I have to buy your property. Agreement of purchase and sale is done. Okay, agreement of purchase and sale is done. So after 3 months, there would be a closing. After, I'm single guy. After 3 months, there would be a closing. So you made everything. So before closing, you are my lawyer. Think like a lawyer. Before closing, you are here. You know what? Now I got married. I wish my wife gonna be her name should be with title name under the title. My wife's name should be in the title or my brother name. So what happened? Take a title direction. So whether agreement of purchase and sale would be amending. Without amending the agreement of purchase and sale, only title direction is sufficient. This is very important. Can you read title direction?
The buyer who signs an agreement need not become the sole owner at the closing. Such buyer may decide to take title to the property together with another party. For example, a spouse. A written title direction signed by the original buyer and the added party can routinely be given to the seller at closing, authorizing the seller to prepare the transfer of title in the two names. An amending agreement to add the second buyer to the agreement is not usually required.
Yeah, no. So who gonna make
title, transfer of title?
Transfer. You're gonna make transfer of title. Who you are? Seller. I'm a buyer. So you're gonna make transfer of title. Amending agreement is not required. Okay, one more extraordinary question. Agreement of purchase and sale. If I'm gonna make some counter offer, then agreement of purchase and So I'll let you know later. Don't worry about it. So multiple buyer and co-ownership. Multiple buyer and co-ownership. Second, third paragraph is important. Second and third paragraph. Okay, second paragraph, joint tenancy. Okay, second and third paragraph. Okay, second, third, and fourth one is also important. A couple of lines. Can you read the second paragraph?
Assuming there are two buyers, both of whom want to be registered as owner, before closing, they will have to decide whether to register ownership as joint tenants or as tenants in common.
What's that mean? You know, man.
In joint tenants,
Okay.
there is a right.
Me, my brother, we both people are here. So we wanna buy your property. You are my lawyer. So you're gonna ask two questions. Hey, bro, you wanna buy a property joint tenancy
Or in Tenancy in common.
or tenancy in common? If I'm gonna go joint tenancy, just think about it. Joint tenancy. If joint tenancy with right of survivorship, if one of them gonna die, automatically that property transfer from my account into other account.
But matrimonial property is an
Just hold on. And this will not gonna go into my estate.
Yeah.
This will not gonna go into my estate because joint tenancy. So you will read in estate planning how to reduce my estate administration tax. This is a technique.
Joint tenants.
Joint tenant. Right? If you're gonna give me advice, right, a tenancy in common, then my percentage after my death go into estate. So being a lawyer, see, you got it. How we gonna precise? Okay, joint tenant. Okay, next.
Joint tenancy will be used where the buyers desire that if one of them should die, the survivor is to become the sole owner by right of survivorship. Joint tenancy is commonly used by spouses for their matrimonial home as a simple form of estate planning. Tenancy in common is typical in other situations. For example,
Tenancy in common, everyone knew. Tenancy in common, I'm 40%, he is a 60%, he is 20%. Tenancy in common. I would be responsible for my own, he is responsible for his own. Tenancy in common. You got it?
And on one's death, it will go into the estate.
Go into my estate. But joint tenancy with right of survivorship. You got it? First, my brother, me, I'm gonna buy a property. Once I'm gonna die, a right of survivorship from my account into that account. So my property, whatever, there is no, because it's a common property. It will not gonna go into estate. Number one. If I'm gonna buy a property tenancy in common, which means he gonna have 60%, I'm gonna have 40%. He gonna have 20%, he gonna have 20%, I have a 60%. After my death, all 60% go into estate. Can you read?
tenancy in common is typical in other situations. Example includes unmarried buyers who will share use of the home and its facilities, business partners buying for investment purposes, and children of the deceased owner inheriting cottage property. Tenants in common each owns a percentage of the registered title. For example, 3 tenants in common may respectively own interest of 40%, and 20%. If
We
one-
already knew 40, 40, 20. I already told you. Okay, then jump into the next one.
the following
A issue unique to the seller. Okay, so just highlighted is important. You can read on your own.
Sir,
2.3.
2.3.
Page number 576.
Okay, just couple of lines you can read on your own. I will discuss later.
Which one? 3.1?
Yeah, just couple of lines. It's important. Estate sale. My friend, I need your eye contact. Estates, just think about it. Estate sale. What's that mean? I am dead. Estate trustee is selling my property. Estate. Estate planning. I'm dead. It means I'm estate trustee gonna sell my property. Okay. First question, sir. I'm estate trustee. My brother is dead. I'm a estate trustee. I wanna. Can I enter into the agreement behalf of because I want to sell this property? I want to sell this property. Can I go into agreement, sale and purchase agreement?
It's there in the
Behalf of if I want to sell the property.
But if you're authorized to sell.
I'm a state trustee. Yes, I can enter into the binding contract behalf of a state trustee. I can sell or I can not. I can buy. One step.
Estate trustee.
Real estate. Oh yeah. The second question. Agreement of sale and purchase is done. The second step. can title of transfer be possible? Transfer of title.
The deed.
Huh?
The deed.
Yeah, transfer of title is possible.
By
No,
a
you-
state trustee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question is,
Yeah.
if I have a rule of civil, if I'm a state trustee under the rule of civil procedure, then transfer of title is possible. Otherwise, simple state trustee transfer of title is not possible.
You mean unless
Unless
the-
you-
appointed by the court?
Appointed by the rule of civil procedure.
Yeah,
That's by the court.
that is
So just
Yeah,
court.
that's
So
what
unless the court appoints you. or
Yeah,
allows you to do it,
You
how
you
you
can.
exactly.
So if the court allows you to do it, I just want to make this
So it
clear. So if the
says-
court allows you to do it, then you can. Otherwise, you can't.
cannot.
Otherwise, you're not allowed to.
Speak slow, sir.
It's a bad habit of talking fast. Yes.
Can you repeat?
Okay, can you read? First, she's gonna read. State sale.
It's state sale, where a deceased person is a registered owner of the property being sold. All the estate trustees must sign the agreement on behalf of
This is
the
also
estate.
important. All okay. First paragraph is we three people are estate trustee. So three people has to be. No, okay, okay, no, okay. I'm a state trustee. He's a state trustee. He's a state trustee. So two
All
people are
sign.
in their houses. Can he go into the agreement of sale and purchase?
No.
No.
All
Three
three
has
is-
to be present on the signature. This is not a partnership. State trustee, all of them have, doesn't matter, two, then two must signature. Three must signature. First step is done, right? Right? Then second step, sale and purchase and sale agreement is done. Transfer of title from here to other party unless I was appointed under the rule of civil procedure. Then possible, otherwise not possible.
The estate trustees are identified in the will of the deceased, if any. Although the estate trustees named in the will may have apparent authority to enter into the agreement on behalf of the deceased,
Agreement, only agreement.
they will not be able to complete the transaction by signing and delivering a registrable transfer of title until they have been appointed estate trustee under Rule 74 or 75 of the Rules of Civil Procedure.
Yeah, transfer of title.
Certificate of estate trust.
Yeah. You got it?
Yeah.
This paragraph is very important because this is real estate, this is estate planning as well. So both gonna cover. Third is also important.
If there is a will, but a certificate of appointment of a state trustee, but a will has not yet been issued, the agreement must be made conditional by way of either a condition precedent or a condition of closing.
That's it. But condition precedent mean one condition precedent, one is condition subsequent.
Subsequent.
What's that mean?
Prior to the
It's
closing.
prior to the closing. and
Prior to the closing, after the
Where
closing.
does that-
So it means, sir, there was a will, but certificate of appointment state trustee with a will has not been issued because there is no issued by the court, whatever, right? But still, I can go into
You can
You can
enter the
Conditionally to
It's
get
conditional.
conditional. I can go into the binding agreement conditionally.
Conditionally.
A binding will not be a binding agreement unless condition has to be filled up.
Satisfied.
One I'm gonna show you. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, leave it. Then seller of matrimonial home. Seller of matrimonial home. Everyone knew matrimonial home. Whenever we're gonna get married, if man is rich, always what happened with my matrimonial? Girl, what happened with matrimonial home?
Yeah, big issue.
Yeah, because there is no
That's how you
second.
make money.
It must be divided. Okay, question is, okay, lot of question, 2 or 3 questions. First, we have to read.
if the seller is a sole registered owner and the property is a matrimonial home.
Who is
of-
seller? You are seller and you are sole owner.
Property is a matrimonial home of the seller. Section 21(1)(a) of the FLA prohibits the seller from disposing of the matrimonial home unless the seller's spouse consent to the transaction. The untitled spouse must sign the agreement of purchase and sale. Otherwise, it may not be possible to compel the untitled spouse to consent to the transfer at closing.
So don't worry about it. The point to be noted, who is he? Seller. So she is selling the matrimonial home. Her husband is not under the title. Still, she need a permission. She cannot sell. Consent is required. This one. And then, okay, this chapter is very important. First chapter is always base or 10 question. 10 question or base. If you will not gonna read first chapter, it's serious issue. First chapter spent a lot of time. Surviving a seller as a surviving joint. Seller as a surviving joint tenant. What's that mean?
That if the
Between two people, he is the only one left.
Yeah, see, surviving. You bought up. You are anyway. Okay, can you
I
read?
get it.
Okay.
Upon the death of any one of the joint tenants in a joint tenancy, the surviving joint tenant become the owner of the
See,
deceased
so
interest.
the point to be noted: surviving spouse. Oh, surviving spouse. Go back. I'm a surviving spouse. It means I'm owner. Surviving spouse. It means you bought a property in joint tenancy, not tenancy in common. That was surviving spouse.
Surviving
Now you are a
spouse has all the
surviving spouse.
authority.
Yeah.
Now surviving spouse, you can go into the will, without will, equalization claim. Surviving spouse, you have a lot of rights. But matrimonial home, before you're gonna sell
You have
anyone,
to get the permission.
you have to get the permission.
There,
Okay.
there is an exception to this rule where a married person dies owning a matrimonial home as a joint tenant with a person who is not his or her spouse. Section 26 of the FLA states that the joint tenancy is deemed to have been severed immediately before the time of the death, in effect creating a tenancy in common. As a result
Everyone
of
knew,
which
right?
all
Everyone
tenants-
knew. This is very simple thing, right? Okay. If I'm asking everyone knew, so you should point it at me. Yeah. Okay. Can you explain? It's the same language. Please. No, without reading, you have to explain.
Yeah.
Once you go after the reading, everyone can explain. Just read the topic. Just start.
So, for example, I'm in joint tenancy with the other person,
Who is
And-
not your spouse.
which is not my spouse, and
One of the
the other,
persons
yeah,
dies.
the other person dies, and according to joint tenancy, I am the survivor. So I'll be owner of the that joint tenancy property. So if that property is a matrimonial home, it wouldn't be joint tenancy anymore. It would be tenancy in common because yeah.
It will be
Okay.
deemed to be
Just
tenancy in
I
common.
need your eye contact. My name is Aamer Chaudry. She is my mother. I'm buying a property. I'm buying a property in joint tenancy. No, joint tenancy.
Yes.
If I'm gonna die, automatically property gonna transfer from my account into my mother's account. Right? Joint tenancy. Now I bought a property on joint tenancy with right of survivorship. I'm a single guy. Okay. Then I got married with this guy. I got married. Okay. Same property declared matrimonial home. After death, one of the partner, the general principle is that if I'm gonna die, transfer here. If she gonna die, transfer here. But property is declared to be matrimonial home. Joint tenancy severed? Severed. Would be severed and tenancy become a tenancy in common with this. Then what gonna happen? Okay, $100, right? Property value is $100. 50, she gonna have. 50, I'm gonna have, or 25, she gonna have. You got it? Got it?
Can you repeat that again?
So, no, don't worry about it. No, it's my mistake. Don't worry about it. No,
Yeah.
tennis in common. Don't worry about
Only
it.
2 people are left.
No, 3. No, okay. Hold on. Just hold on. It will become a tennis in common. 3 people would be beneficial. Okay, just hold on. I need your eye contact. My mother, me, buying a property. Now property become a matrimonial home. One of them is die. Joint tenancy become a tenancy in common in three part. One, her part become into estate. I'm surviving. I'm gonna have my own, and she gonna have her own. 33, 33, 33.
Yeah.
You got it? Again, can you read?
Upon the death of any one of the joint tenants in a joint tenancy, the surviving joint tenants become the owner of the deceased interest.
This is a general principle.
Yeah.
There is an exception to this rule when a married person dies owning a matrimonial home as a joint tenant with a person who is not his or her spouse.
My mother, me, my mother.
Section 26 of the FLA states that the joint tenancy is deemed to have been severed immediately before the time of the death, in effect creating a tenancy in common.
In 3 people, my surviving spouse, me, and my mother estate. Or if I'm gonna die, my estate. Tenancy in common. Describing the property. Okay, describe the property. यार, sorry. Sorry,
नहीं
गुलिका.
नहीं सर तबीयत खराब है आपकी.
हैं? गुलिका हंस रही है, क्यों हंस रही है? क्यों हंस रही है?
पता नहीं सर, मैंने देखा भी नहीं कौन
No
सा
problem.
है।
Okay, describe the property. Lot of time is a question. Describe the, what is the first component to describe the property? What is the first component to describe the property? Municipal address is the first component. Second paragraph, first line. 70. I need your attention. In my last class, people always tired.
Nothing but energy.
Look at her health, man. She's so skinny.
Sir, I'm
Okay.
fit, I'm not skinny.
Okay. So if municipal address is the first component. So what was the question?
First component. I mean, important thing.
Describe the
How are
first.
you gonna describe the property? So
What is the
most
first
important
component to describe the property?
Municipal address.
address.
Rata. Okay. Determining the property. This is also very important. Determining the property.
Hmm.
Can you read?
3.2.
Yeah.
The persons drafting the agreement must determine the dimensions of properties boundaries from a survey, a reference plan, or registered plan of subdivision, or the seller's registered.
This is also important.
Transfer
I don't know
deed.
what kind of important, but it's important paragraph. Okay, more or less. Second, minor inaccuracy in dimension, more or less. What's that mean, more or less?
Then if the dimension is like
More or less.
More or less. Like some
then the
encroachment
yeah.
on your property is justified.
Hmm.
Okay, it's
A little bit.
Major.
little bit justified.
If your
My
fence
tree.
goes into the next door.
Into the next door.
fence, Whatever.
Okay.
If Monica lives there, then.
Okay, so this is justified, right? The question is, whenever you buying a land for development,
Hmm.
Yeah,
then
you need a specific dimensions, whatever.
I have to
dimensions.
delete more or less.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Whenever you are buying a land for development, because in development or small houses, I have to demolish and make a bigger one.
Hmm.
This kind of question. Whenever, always, being a lawyer, you have to give me advice. More or less, column should be deleted.
It should be very accurate.
It should be very accurate. More or less should be deleted.
Hmm.
Otherwise, there is no claim. Whenever you are buying a land for development, always more or less must be deleted. Being a lawyer, you have to give me advice. Got it? Okay. Now you can read.
The dimensions of the land.
No, buying land for development.
3.4, buying land for development. In the case of a property being purchased for development, such as a vacant land or land having an old home to be demolished, the buyer must know the minimum lot areas, street frontage, building setbacks, and other criteria specified in the municipal zoning bylaw. These specifications in turn determine the number and the size of the home that the buyer may build on the land. For example, a home builder may buy a large lot containing one house, intending to divide a lot into 3 smaller lots and build a home on each new lot. The total area of the land being purchased is square meters, acres, or
I don't know. I
hectares.
have a different old book. See, so the buyer should delete more or less
It's here.
from the
Such
project.
a
There.
buyer should delete. It's the same thing.
You
Go
go,
ahead.
you go down and it
Go
comes.
ahead. Such a buyer.
Along with the length of its frontage on a public street and depth are critical to this buyer purpose. On the basis of these requirements and the bylaw requirements, the buyer can plan to build a specific number of homes of a certain size and will value the land accordingly. Such a buyer should delete more or less from the
Highlight.
form, modify the description of the land to suit it.
Point to be noted, whenever being a lawyer, you have to give me advice. You know what? I'm your client. I came to your office. You are a lawyer. So you know what? I want to buy a land for buying a land for development purpose. So you have to give me advice.
That more or
Delete
less will
more or less.
multiply.
This is a general default provision, more or less. But in this given scenario,
Delete it.
delete it. And then second last paragraph, I don't know which one. This one.
It's the actual, a similar example. Of the buyer. We don't have it.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah, we don't have.
It's okay, no problem. So I'm gonna update my book. Okay. Then next one, legal. Okay, just hold on. Okay. Then go into 3.6. 3. Huh?
Disclosing known latent physical defects.
Do you know what's that mean?
Yeah,
What's that?
which are apparent, like,
Obvious.
The second paragraph. The second paragraph is important.
Should I read it?
Yeah.
A patent defect is one that is readily discoverable either by a buyer or a buyer's professional.
Like anything gonna happen with this property, maybe someone was die, murder, anything gonna happen with this property.
That is stigmatized.
That is stigmatized.
Yeah,
If
that wouldn't
if that
be-
is murder, then it's stigmatized,
Right,
right?
yeah, that is not a latent
Patent is
defect.
something
Latent is
obvious.
patent is something that you could see.
I know
when you
what that.
walk into the house, if you see
But
it.
okay, but keep continue. Okay,
Sure.
no problem. Just keep continue.
A latent defect is unknown to the buyer and presumably to the seller and is not easily discoverable on a physical inspection, including an inspection by a professional.
Can you see in a recent year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, last part.
Okay.
Should I read that one?
Yes, please.
In recent years, a similar issue has arisen as to the seller's obligation to disclose in the agreement information about the history of the property and the surrounding neighborhood that may materially affect the value of the or desirability of the
Very
property.
important.
Yeah.
The issue of intangible subjective or non-physical stigmatization of the property raised similar concern to those involving latent physical defect. Example includes the past use of the property for criminal purposes, the fact that a notorious murder or death occurred in the house, and the fact that a convicted pedophile lives down the street. Circumstances of this class have to.
This is also called as this one. You got it? So that's it. This is important, right? Okay. Makes sense, right? Okay. Jump into deposit. Okay. In deposit, sometimes one question come from deposit. Deposit mean, okay, you are seller, I'm a buyer. He's your lawyer, he is my lawyer. You are selling, I'm buying. So I have a lot of money. Where money gonna deposit?
Trust it.
Trust account to.
The seller's lawyer.
Seller's lawyer.
lawyer.
So who is seller? You are seller. You are selling.
You will-
If you are selling, okay, I have to give you money.
Mhm.
So my money gonna go into your
Lawyers.
lawyer's
Lawyer's
trust
account.
account.
Trust account.
Lawyer's trust account. First step.
Mhm.
Lawyer is not involved.
The broker.
Then brokerage.
Then brokerage is involved.
Listing broker.
Broker.
Or the agent who-
Yes. So read from the third paragraph.
There are three alternatives provided in the ORIA form respecting the payments of deposit. First, it may be presented with the offer. Second, it may be paid upon acceptance, which is defined term, or 3. Third, it may be paid as otherwise described in this agreement, Section 17 of OREG 57, whatever, made under the Real Estate and Business Broker Act 2002. Requires that a broker place the deposit in its trust account with within 5 banking days of receipt.
Don't worry about within 5 days. Don't worry about. There is no timeline in solicitor. Timeline is only for barrister.
So they don't ask you any date questions?
No.
Or nothing?
Whatever they're going to ask you, I'll let you know. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, sir.
As a result, it is possible for an agreement not to be accepted, but for the deposit to be deposited into the listing broker's trust account.
If lawyers are not involved, or they then jump into next paragraph, 4th line, 5th line. If the property was sold,
if the property was sold without a broker, the deposit is usually paid to the seller's lawyer in trust. In either case, the recipient
seller's trust account, not buyer trust account. So you are a seller. I have to buy a property. I have a money. So money gonna go into in the seller trust account. If brokerage is involved, then
into
listing brokerage. Okay. Okay, that's it. This is sufficient. Red flag, we already knew red flag. Red flag, we're gonna deal next time. Okay, then VTB. Do you know VTB? Vendor
take back mortgage.
Yes. Okay. Okay, vendor take back mortgage. In general, okay, just hold on. Okay, just hold on. VTB is always very important. It's okay, because these are basic concept. We need to know what is VTB. Yeah, why you are not asking me? I asked VTB. Everyone knew. No, ask me 100 times a day. Call me Monday, please. If you need my help, I'll be here Monday. Just call me. Yeah, because if you whole, structure is very important. Yeah, because we. Yeah, VTB. Yeah. VTB vendor take back. Okay, so it's very important. Whatever I'm telling you, must focus on that. Whatever I'm telling everything is very important. Okay. All the time I'm not gonna say is so please. Last paragraph. If the buyer is who is a buyer? Who you are? Seller. Make a picture. Who is she?
Seller.
I'm a buyer. If the buyer
is also obtaining first mortgage loan from a bank, then the agreement must address 2 other issues. First, it must describe the VTB mortgage as a second mortgage. Second, it must set out the basic terms of first mortgage to which the VTB mortgage will be subject.
What's that mean?
So the VTB mortgage is a second.
First responsibility. Bank.
Have to pay to the bank.
So VTB is a second
mortgage.
If anything gonna be happen, see, VTB is a on high risk. Okay. This is now highlighted next 3 lines. The larger
the principal amount of the first mortgage relative to the total price, the riskier the VTB loan becomes for the seller. So the principal amount and other terms of the first mortgage may become.
So don't worry about it. What's that mean? Larger the principal amount of the first mortgage relative to the total price. Riskier the VTB loan mortgage. Riskier. VTB is more riskier. What's that mean?
It means that there's less equity in the property. So there's the first.
I'll give you example.
Bank with the first might satisfy the bank's value and the
okay
may be empty.
Buy a property. Your property worth is $1 million. $1 million. $600,000 bank gonna give it to me. 6. Okay, that's it. So rest of the $400,000 VTB. Second mortgage. If I'm gonna go into bankruptcy,
Bank
has the
first.
Then leftover you're gonna get it. There was the general principle. Second, if okay, low riskier because bank has 600,000, he has $400,000. Okay, 400. If amount is more $700,000, he's on more risk. $800,000 more risk. $900,000 more risk. Because property was $1 million, if property gonna decrease 1 million to 900, bank gonna take all money. See, more riskier. Highly chances property would be decreased. So bank gonna take that money. So less principal amount,
With less
less risk. More principal amount,
More risk.
more risk. You got it?
Mhm.
It's a, I know. It's a, I know. It's a उठा करके है. मतलब क्या है? It's, I know it's the other way. How I'm gonna explain?
What do you mean? I didn't understand myself. What
Okay.
are you saying?
You didn't take the vendor take back mortgage, is that what you want to explain?
No,
Yes.
You understood that?
No,
Okay,
he's saying
just
no.
okay.
When the
Okay.
property is liquidated, the first right.
Not for me, right there. He explained something as well.
So you can explain to her.
He did.
Go ahead, you're about.
So when the property is liquidated, the first right is with bank. So bank will get all the money. If nothing is left, then the second mortgager gets nothing.
It's more
Since the
riskier.
person doesn't have money.
Oh, just hold on. No, okay. Just hold on. Odd example. Okay, just odd example. You will not gonna forget. He's my brother. Brother, I need $1,000. I need $1,000. I have to buy this one. He's giving me $1,000. Again, I'm gonna ask. I need $500 more. If you're gonna say he already took $1,000 from his brother, so first he has a priority. How are you gonna return my? You understand? How are you gonna return my money? $500. Okay. The second option. Okay. 1,000. No, brother, I need $2,000. I need money from $1,000 from you. If you're gonna say, principal amount is more increasing. Okay, you wanna borrow money? You wanna borrow money? How much money did you borrow from him? $1,000? How are you gonna return my money? Or $2,000? How are you gonna return my money? $5,000 you already borrow from the first principal. I would not give you because I'm more riskier. You understand? I'm a broker. Okay. I'm your brother. I have 3 sisters. You have 2 sisters. Okay. 1 and 1. Sister, I need $1,000. She gave it to me. You already knew. You're going to give me $500. It's okay. That's fine. $500. Still, you will understand. First, he has a priority. You're going to say he already borrowed $1,000. You are little riskier. Now the second option. I need $5,000. Okay. What do you think? Then again, I'm going to came to you are my sister. I need $2,000 or $3,000. You will, what first thought? He already bought $5,000. Okay. 5,000? No, we need $20,000. Then I'm going to ask, give me a $5,000. Can you give it to me? You will more riskier. You got it? The real picture, jump into the real picture.
So the bank always gets number 1 priority though.
All the property applications. You need to understand vendor take back mortgage person.
So
You
the
got
bank always gets number 1 priority though, right?
Yeah, even okay. Aslan bhai, okay. Do you wanna borrow the money from me? I'm a principal of. I'm a second party. Hey man, you already borrow the money from third person. How are you gonna return my money?
Her issue.
Yeah.
Her issue isn't here. Her issue is first of all vendor take back mortgage. She's stuck there.
Okay.
So I'll explain it to her after the class.
Now I'm gonna explain. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Sir, who you are? Seller. I have to buy a property. Property worth is $1 million. How I'm gonna afford $1 million? Where I'm gonna go? Bank. I need a loan. Bank is giving me a $800,000. $800,000 mortgage. Property is
1 million.
So can he buy a property?
No.
So for remaining $200,000, lender B. You are a lender B. Ma'am, I need
No, it would be me.
Sorry. Forgive me. मैं भी next time आप लोगों को पीछे से
That's okay. He was going on a good road, guys. You would have understood.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was okay. So she's a seller. She gonna say, okay, you know what? Don't worry about it. So you gonna
I can give you $200,000.
yeah. So loan $2,000, $800,000, $2,000. Put take my, that's it. So more amount, more riskier. That's it.
First, you take the money from the vendor, right? The vendor who's selling it, the seller who's selling it. You borrow the money from them. And of course, that amount is riskier.
Makes sense.
The bank is going to take it first. That's the
कितना आप
first.
सब लोग पीछे पड़ जाते हो बच्चे की जान लोगे
कभी-कभी
okay
So, Amir,
okay
Amir, so the bank always gets the first mortgage is the number one priority.
so principal amount is more, VTB is more riskier. Okay, irrevocable date. Yeah. पढ़ोगे? Irrevocable date. Yeah, सारे questions are all questions. Irrevocable dates.
Irrevocable dates. The agreement states that the offer will be void unless it is accepted before a specific date and time. Since the offer is stated to be irrevocable, the offerer cannot withdraw the offer until the expiration of the time period. The offerer must receive consideration for that irrevocable promise because at this point, no contract exists and no consideration has exchanged hands.
No highlighted from here. The simple method of
The simplest method of providing consideration is to have the buyer sign under the seal. The ORIA form contains a pre-printed seal. On a counter offer, the original irrevocable date may need to be changed, and certainly the offer will change. The seller or buyer asks.
Offer acceptance. If I'm gonna make a counter offer, which kill of your original offer, then we have to change date for what?
No, if it is counter offer, then we have
Yeah.
to change the date and the
Yeah.
price.
So next closing date and weekend. Next paragraph is also important. Number 8.
The completion date, also called closing date.
No, closing date and vacant possession.
Possession.
Yeah.
The completion date must be adhered to. See para 20 of the agreement and time limits, para 20 below. Completion cannot take place on Saturday, Sunday, or statutory holiday,
exactly.
since among other things.
This is very important, highlighted.
Since among other things, all land titles offices are closed. The first and the last business days and Fridays of the month may not be good choices.
Highlight just that. Right, sorry? There was a question, right? Again, witness is right here. That's why my class result is good. Okay. So number 8, notice. Number 8, notice first 6-7 lines are. First paragraph is important. It's very simple. That's why I'm just saying, just read, you will understand.
This paragraph of ORIA form authorizes the listing brokerage to give and receive notice on behalf of seller. The buyer's brokerage is authorized to give and receive notice on behalf of buyer only, where the buyer has entered into a representation agreement with the brokerage. Where a brokerage represents both the buyer and the seller, the brokerage cannot be either party's agent for the purpose of giving and receiving
then
notice.
There is no notice requirement. You have your own brokerage, I have my own brokerage. Notice requirement must be. If we have a same brokerage, there is no notice requirement, right? Okay. Fixture and chattel. Number 9, fixture and chattel. Excuse me, fixture and chattel. What is difference between everyone knew? Fixture. This is fixture. Fixture mean, okay, fixed with the wall.
With the land.
With the land.
With the land or with the wall as well. Fixture.
Whatever is fixed.
Whatever the
property.
fix.
Whatever is
Okay,
fixed on the
this is
property.
also even fixture. Do you know? Because if I'm gonna open this one, wall would be little damage. Little damage. So this is fixture. Okay, this is fixture, right? You are seller. I'm a buyer. So general principle is that this is fixture.
It will be there with
This
the
is part of the property.
Part of the property. Okay, so I'm gonna claim over there. So you will not gonna say, oh no, fixture, it was excluded. It must be included. I'm a buyer, so okay, I'm gonna buy this property, ma'am. I'm gonna buy this property. After buying this property, you cannot claim because this is a fixture. Fixture always with the transaction. Okay, that wall, who gonna claim that wall? Clock. Sorry, yaar. My mind is clock. Wall. Is a
It's a chattel.
Is a chattel. Chattel mean with the seller.
Unless you write it in there.
Unless you write it other way, unless you mention in the agreement. Agreement must, this one must exclude or must include. Basic concept, right?
Yep.
The general chattel always gonna come from here to their chattel. No, fixture. Yeah, to meri galti. Fixture always gonna come from A to B, fixture.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, but chattel gonna stay with you. Okay, chattel. Unless
Unless there is a specific agreement.
That's it. Read last 3 lines.
Try to avoid subjective terms?
No, fixture always remain with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fixtures always remain with the land and building unless specifically excluded. Chattel are not included in the transaction unless specified in the agreement.
That's it. Okay. Then title search. This after that it's a long chapter, actually very long chapter. 8 o'clock we're gonna finish, right? Just 15 minutes.
That's okay. We can go up until 9 if you're not tired.
Oh.
We're off for the holidays.
We got some plans.
Six
on
o'clock.
a Sunday.
I
Get a
do.
leg, go on Friday.
I do.
6
I
o'clock.
also have to
My
go
friend,
at
6 o'clock
Please, you have no
morning.
plans. She looks like she has plans.
I have family.
6 o'clock morning. 6 o'clock. I can stay 6 o'clock
No,
morning.
thank you.
Anyway, okay. Title search. One question gonna come from title search. Title search. Okay, title. Okay, read. Okay, read the second paragraph. Title search.
Title issues arising from?
Title issues are right.
Title issues arising from these titles?
No, each requisition. Okay, what is?
We have title issues arising in the second
Okay.
paragraph.
Title search is on left hand side, 582.
requisition is a requisition.
We have just this
You-
much.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so somewhere you're gonna see somewhere. Okay, title search. My friend. Okay, who you are?
Seller.
I'm a buyer. I have to title search. How I'm gonna make title search? Through
Lawyer.
requisition.
Requisition.
Through requisition. Okay, requisition. Through requisition. There was one exam question came from here. This time, last time. Okay, I'll let you know later. Through requisition. Through requisition. Okay, agreement of purchase and sale. So section 4 of the vendor and purchase. Okay, question was a requisition. You're gonna make a requisition under what act? There was a question. This time, see, a requisition under what act? Okay, agreement of purchase and sale under what act? So if I'm gonna make requisition under what act? So
Vendors and Purchasers Act.
vendor, see, she's over 10 years experience as a real estate. Vendor and Purchaser Act. Where is that in my book? Somewhere in my book.
Requisition
Yes,
date
yes.
not.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
right at the bottom.
This is title search, but we cannot find what sir has in.
Done?
It's 13.3.
Date not specified.
Yeah. That's the one.
Section 4 of the vendors
बच्चे
and
बड़े अच्छे हैं।
purchasers act.
Right here.
बड़ी इज्जत करते हैं।
सारी करते हो फिर आप?
मैं भी सारों की दिल से करता हूँ। पास होता हूँ, कहते मैं रोता हूँ खुशी में। ओके, जब फेल होता हूँ फिर भी रोता हूँ। हाँ, रोना मेरी किस्मत में है। At the end. Okay. Now we are tired. I know everyone. Next.
Can we finish this chapter?
No, it's a very long chapter, man. Very long
So
chapter.
this girl, man.
Okay, you know
We
what?
gotta go following you, girl.
My friend, just okay. We're gonna finish. Just relax. No. Okay.
We have to
Just-
go by the majority.
Eh, just hold on. No, finish. We finish. Just relax. Calm down. Just watch me. Just watch me like I'm a Shah Rukh Khan. Right now, नाम तो सुना ही होगा.
You're better looking than him.
Yeah. Okay. Agreement of purchase and sale under what act? Statute of fraud. Number 1. Number 2. You अब निशान ना लगाएं. Now I need attention. You are my lawyer. I'm an individual. Look at my I want to go. I want to go into an agreement of purchase and sale. I'm an individual. what will you see?
Identification ID and then
Identification.
sound mind, not bankrupt.
And 18 years. Number one, sir, I'm here behalf of the corporation. Legal name of the corporation.
And signing the
Who has a signing authority of the
and their
Directors
office,
among
name and
directors.
office.
resolution of the board of director to some extent shareholder. Sir, I'm a partner. One partner is in my home.
Yes, you can.
Can I go into the binding agreement? Agreement. That's it. That's it. Sir, I have a power of attorney. So power of attorney. So what? Any power of attorney. I wanna buy or I wanna sell. First job is
Verification and signature.
signature. Okay, that's very good. That's very good. Okay. Okay. I wanna buy your house. I'm a single. Before transferring the title, I got married.
Title direction.
Only title direction, no amending agreement is required. Okay. Tenancy, joint tenancy. Joint tenancy, I'm a single with my mother, with my brother, with my sister. If I'm gonna die,
Property gonna
Tenancy
transfer
common.
to
tenancy in
Common. It will change into
joint
tenancy
tenancy,
common.
survivorship, right of survivorship.
If it's with a
no,
spouse,
if
then
don't,
it's
no,
joint.
no, no. What I'm saying, my mother is not so. I didn't even ask my. Doesn't matter. Joint tenancy with right of survivorship. If I'm gonna die, whatever the right of survivorship, transfer into other partner. Could be my wife, could be my brother, could be my sister. If that property is matrimonial home, sever and turn into tenancy in common. English lecture is there. Okay, you got it? Tenancy in common. Okay. Estate sale. I have to sell my estate sale. Estate sale. Sir, I'm a state trustee and two are also state trustee but in my home. So can he enter into the legal binding contract?
No.
All of has to be present. Number one. Okay. Number two, we three people are here. We have to buy her property. Can we go into the binding agreement?
Yes.
Yes. Three
If all
people
three
are,
are there, you can go.
three people agreement. But transfer of title until
Certificate of appointment.
rule of civil procedure.
Yeah.
Okay. Three people are here. I am a, who am I?
Buyer.
A state trustee. A state trustee. A state trustee. We three people gonna sign. Agreement of purchase and sale is done. When transfer of title, you have to look at whether I was appointed under rule of civil procedure, then transfer of title is acceptable. Otherwise, cannot. Okay. Then issue condition precedent, tenant and seller. Just one second. Matrimonial. Describe the property. First component to describe.
Municipal address.
More or less. Where more or less must be deleted. Buying land for development. Right?
Yes.
Buying land for development. Right? Okay. Physical, latent or patent, whatever, right? We already know latent and patent.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we're good with that.
What is this?
Physical is what you can see once you step into the place. While latent is what you can't see. So you give us an example of you have to always disclose.
Disclose. In this building, two people were murdered. Whatever. Okay. Just two or more. Okay. Okay. Deposit. There are two deposit. Okay. Deposit. You are seller, buyer. I have a money gonna go into seller's
Lawyer's account.
seller's lawyer's trust account. If lawyers are not involved, brokerage. If one brokerage is there, no notice is required. Okay, no notice is required. Okay, VTB, more principal amount, more VTB. More riskier, less or less. Got it? Okay. You will dream my accident in night. Okay. Irrevocable dates. For counter offer, which kill of original offer? Change the date. Change the date. Question. Change the date. Then closing date on weekend. We already know. Notice. If one brokerage is involved, no notice is required. Fixture and chattel. Fixture remain. Comes fixture and chattel. There.
The seller, unless otherwise
Otherwise.
agreement.
Okay, title search. Title. So title search mean I have to, how I'm gonna search a title search? Send you requisition under Vendor and Purchaser Act. Under Vendor and Purchaser Act.
Done for today.
Whole chapter is done, man. Oh, not whole chapter, but
Most of it.
honestly, I request, humble request, go home at least just 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Just
sure.
focus at least half an hour on this chapter.
100%.
Do not go further. Run behind me,
Yeah.
not ahead of me.
Right.
Just read and grasp.
Grasp.
We
Comprehend.
understand you, sir, whatever you're saying. We're good. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Monday to Friday, just one telephone call away. Not Friday. Friday, don't call me. Friday, I have a lot of stress.